Collective. What is going on? Welcome into the channel. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Whoop whoop. I hope you're having a great weekend. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at the energy just surrounding abundance, success, fulfillment, via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. It's been like a little bit of a rocky road. Shoot, sorry. I just had a message come in. I apologize. It's been a little bit of a rocky road lately. There have been some... sorry, this is really throwing me off. Let me just take a second to reground. I apologize. We are actually, as I'm saying this, or feeling this, I should say, we are moving into a week where there's going to be a lot more fire energy. Things are shifting away from that emotionality, and they are kind of moving towards this space of challenging us, right? To open up to new things, new people, new situations. Obviously, we don't necessarily want to just kick out the old or whatever. You know, you're going to know, depending on what your situation is, maybe what needs to go and what might just need some rearranging. And as we kind of see that heightened fire energy, we're going to become a little bit more clear about what that actually looks like in our life, how that is showing up. I'll get into the astrology, like I said, as I pull cards, but I always love to start off the readings with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out those places where you might feel blocked or limited. It's a great time. Sorry, this is really throwing me off. I need to relax. Yeah, it's also a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart or on your mind. Obviously, I have something to give over. Maybe I'll receive messages around it. It's a great time to do so. Spirit's always looking to speak to us, always looking to lend that proverbial helping hand. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're interested in more of a realignment of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're aligned in self, when we're grounded in self, that's really where we're making the best decisions for ourselves, right? And able to kind of just live in happiness, fulfillment, success, abundance, right? Because you know, we are listening to, there's a lot of reasons why. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Okay, Amen. All right, so when it comes to our abundance, I really feel like beginning of the week, I'm picking up this energy of there is some readjustments. Actually, that came up in our collective short. Definitely check it out. I just posted it. But it was talking about, just how things are shifting a little bit. we're seeing a different side to people, to dynamics, and you know, it's kind of changing the outcome of certain situations. Obviously, depending on who and what you're dealing with is going to really dictate how this fares out for you. But like I was talking about in the beginning, we have a lot more planets in Sagittarius, and that really is the thing that makes the choice to like grow, to be better, to be stronger. Even if it is scary, even if it feels a little bit overwhelming, there's something that Spirit is asking you to like build and grow upon this week, especially as it relates. I mean, I'm hearing this as it like relates to you supporting yourself is what I hear. There are aspects of this that are a little bit difficult because the moon is getting triggered by whatever's not really going our way. Sometimes we do like things in our fixed little packages. If I do A plus B equals C. And sometimes life is just not that linear, you know? So I feel like there is this call to be methodical about your process. Maybe you need to take a step back before you do something or engage or interact with someone, something. It's basically saying, beginning of the week, something shaking out today that it's going to kind of highlight some change. It does feel like that. To what capacity? Again, because this is a general reading, everyone's situation is going to look a little bit different. What I'm seeing is like you don't have to decide on anything beginning of the week. And actually, it's kind of better not to. We only have 2 planets in retrograde now, but Jupiter is one of them. And Jupiter is linked to our fortune, our abundance. Uranus is also in retrograde, which essentially does represent change and generally sudden change. But it's in retrograde in Taurus. And so I feel like we're having to contend with a lot of either like old people, places, and things, patterns, cycles that need to get closed out, but still have some loose ends to tie up, that type of vibe. And it actually does you a world of good. I'm hearing like whatever you're dealing with at the beginning of the week, especially if it is a little bit messy or there's something that's just kind of challenging about it, taking a step back, claiming your own power is a great way to go. That's what they suggest, right? And it's also, something's going to come in. We actually, I did a live yesterday. Definitely check it out, excuse me, if you're interested. And this energy of something coming through midweek also came up. Fertility, abundance, love, synchronicities, right place, right time. So even though there is this energy of kind of making sure that you're taking care of yourself, like get your own stuff in order before you attend to anyone else type vibe, right? Put on your mask first before assisting others. And that is gonna, like, it's gonna just align you with whatever is coming in for you, whatever that looks like. We'll look into it a little bit more with the tarot. I'm gonna pull one more for our blocked energy. Where are we seeing blocks, resistance, where that duality might be inhibiting us? It's a little bit tense too. I mean, that is just like the nature of this. Come on, please. I guess not today, Deborah. Not today. Okay. Oof. Stillness. Maybe you're having a hard time being still. It's good though. It's good. And again, that kind of makes a lot of sense with the nature of fire energy. Life is busy right now. And just because we're in the holiday season, the nature of this time of year, wrapping things up before the year is done, that message of like things lingering into the new year has been coming through. So really just kind of pick and choose, right? Like we are able to hear our intuition. We're able to hear what we need to be doing, when, where, at what time, when we are moving a little bit slower and we're not in a rush. It's going to be challenging because the sun, Mars, and Venus are at the tail end of Sagittarius season, wanting to get things done, wanting to connect with partnerships, dynamics that are helping move the needle forward. And not that that's a bad thing, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. But there is this call to be really mindful to not move too quickly, right? It looks like you're either just choosing not to engage in an argument, in a fight. It does look like you're trying to put your best foot forward around someone. Maybe someone is trying to provoke you a little bit. Beginning of the week. 7 of Wands energy. It's helping you shift your perspective. What is this? It's helping you change your approach. It's highlighting places where maybe you have been getting in your own way, is what it looks like. Or resisting certain amount of like abundance, wealth, success. You know, when we have that still small voice saying to make certain changes, which again is so easily heard when we are taking time, space for ourselves. But, you know, I'm not 100% concerned because something is aligning for you midweek. You might not see it, though, coming in. And I feel like another situation is occupying your time, your energy. I think it looks like something is changing. It's going to look a little bit different. You're seeing a different side, and it does feel like it's a little bit combative. Yeah. Because someone's upset. Someone's upset. And there's a level of like acknowledging that and kind of letting the pieces fall where they may is what I'm hearing. It does look like a conversation is going to be had, but it looks like you're not really investing in the fight or the back and forth or whatever, you know? Oops, sorry. Ooh, Ace of Cups. We have the Devil in our blocked energy. Ace of Swords. Lots of new beginnings. We have 3 aces out on the board. So whatever, it's like giving you the green light to make these changes, right? Because limitation is coming in other areas. This almost does feel like some forced change on some level. Change that you're not expecting, but it doesn't feel all bad, right? That's kind of what I keep picking up. There's something about this that might be a little bit of a blessing in disguise. And maybe that's what your intuition is trying to tell you. We also have the Earth energy at the end of the week. And so providing a little bit more stability. We have all these people coming in, right? And it's on the heels of something that hasn't been easy, or maybe it is a little bit difficult to deal with, is provoking you a little bit, especially when it comes to, you know, abundance, etc. Because it's making you second guess yourself. You don't have to go down that path. I don't know that you really are, because the devil did come up in our blocked energy, but I am feeling like something's still kind of lingering in the background. And maybe even with whatever this offer is that's coming through, it does look like there's something to it. Let's clarify a little bit more. The sun and the star, which is really beautiful. That is a very confirming energy. Maybe you have to take something slow with someone, especially if it is a new offer on the table. Or if it does have, let's look, okay. If something's being reassessed is what I should say. We have that Knight of Wands coming in, making moves too quickly, making sure that you're not moving too fast. There's a lot that's happening, and maybe that's why it's really hard to be still right now. Because there's a lot of different pieces of a lot of different puzzles moving this week. And they are offering you a new beginning. Some of them are, I should say, that is directly in alignment with your abundance, with money, wealth, more stability, feeling more grounded and stable in your life, right? Not really like... But you have some decisions to make, and I feel like it's not an easy decision. I feel like it's not a clear-cut decision. I feel like there's other people making decisions as well. And that's where all the moving pieces are coming into play. But it's almost like that's why it's so important for you to like focus on self first. Get your own stuff in order first. If you're finding like quick ways to like save some money, or, you know, really make sure you're just not spending. Like, I feel like that's kind of, if you're looking for abundance in that way, carving back on the non-necessities, taking a break if need be. Yeah, it is just asking us to slow down. I mean, again, it is a little bit of a dichotomy because we so, in Sagittarius fire season, we so want to move and make things happen. And when there's a lot of things going on or new opportunities coming in, it's easier to be like, well, I got to take that now while it's hot or whatever. But there's also the downside to that. I've talked a lot about how Mars is tensely aspected to Neptune, to Saturn, maybe not necessarily listening to our gut instincts, being afraid to put in the hard work, resisting the hard work, where Jupiter and Saturn have been positively aspected for a while now, where it's like when we do, there's a lot of great reward. There's a lot of benefit. This is really funny. All right, I'm going to read out of the book as I like to do with this deck. There is this energy of resistance. There is kind of like this childish energy on the board too. Molybdenum, silicone, and strontium. Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Success. Okay. It says, strontium is an outstanding supporting pedestal of protection and display, an encouraging partner whose welcoming strength is offered without demands to enhance and propel onward. whatever endeavor is asked of him. A trusted confidant, it is impossible to penetrate the protective boundary he creates around those he loves. His striving force illuminates and identifies the individual road of origin and becoming in all of us. It symbolizes natural promise keeper, capable protector, example. So it does kind of feel like that's what you're building on, right? That's kind of what you're moving towards is really, I mean, I'm hearing like, yes, building towards your success, your abundance, like putting in that intentional time in throughout the week, making sure that, yes, you're being active, but you're also taking time for rest so that those ideas and creativity can come to you. But also, like, you know, having this protector energy of it as well. Like, you do that so you can build that strong foundation, so you can protect your endeavors and what you've built, right? Okay, let's look at silicone, which is where like our resistance comes in, right? There's a shadow over silicone, a hidden drama of unappeased longing for life, frustrated by geometric and mathematical teasers that cool its flesh. Silicone tirelessly works inconvenience to itself of the impossibility that is artificial construction can somehow place itself in the world of living things. Sadly, it is a transcendent goal, fatally doomed for its struggles without the exact realization of this desire in the earthly realm. Working away at its superfluous task, the inherent source of this never explicit quest continues to elude this tortured thinker. Silicone is trapped as if between two mysterious circles, unable to bring itself one whit closer to the goal of awakening its nature to a more profound sense of the human spirit. It represents outsider, misunderstood, frustration, yearning, stranger. And you know, I mean, maybe there are things that like don't feel like they're working out in your favor, or it's taken a long time to kind of align with this synchronicity, or this can even just be like what has been offered to you just like doesn't feel good, you know, it doesn't feel sustainable, it doesn't feel life-giving, maybe to some capacity, but not within the whole. And that's where we kind of have to go back to the drawing board, which it feels like a lot of what that means for you this week, especially in your abundance, is taking time for yourself. We've actually been getting this message pretty consistently through the lives over the weekend. It's like, you know, don't be afraid to move a little slower, cut out things that you don't really need to be doing. Like I said, the astrology is picking up a lot in speed and intensity over this next week. It kind of already has been. We can feel the reverberations of that. And so we are going to feel resistance from people, situations that like aren't really on board. And maybe that's just what we have to do, right? We just kind of have to, it looks, I should say, like with some of this stuff, we're just going to have to like navigate through with a certain level of peace, calm, understanding, right? All right, molybdenum. Little molybdenum, this diminutive youth holds the secret to all of life in her tiny hands. At what does this small creature tell us? That being little is a wonderful thing. We hardly need any of this element in our body, yet that tiny amount sustains us for a lifetime. All life on this beautiful planet needs a little bit of molybdenum. Not just humans, as its ability to utilize nitrogen to process proteins is vital to our existence. And it does this with such graceful economics that we hardly notice it. We do not have to search ferociously to replenish it, or fear not having enough of it. We have enough. We all have enough. We were born with enough. Everything we need is already here and already inside of us, and that is a very big, mighty thing. It symbolizes gratitude, simplicity, humble, resourceful, practical, frugality. So really just kind of, again, driving home that point of like, we don't, even if things don't align or are taken away, we still have what we need, right? And there is kind of this overtone, especially when it comes to our wealth, our abundance, whatever that looks like for you. Conserve a little bit. Conserve your resources where you can. It's actually going to help, again, lend to that stronger foundation and align you with whatever this is. Something that is coming in to bring more consistency, more durability, more strength. And even though there might be some things breaking down in order to align with that, it kind of feels like it's a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. Know it blesses my heart, and I'm sending love and blessings back to you. Sorry, I forgot I was live.